Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here for this meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel. Before we get started, as always, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, so would everybody please rise? And Councilman Borelli, would you lead us tonight?
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We could all just take a moment to remember and think as we go through our trivial days, filling our days with trivial things and important things, that there's still a local family 1 year later waiting for some closure. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Mike, I was just thinking about that the other day. I think about it all the time, but it's approaching 1 year now.
We think about it on a daily basis,
Yeah.
all of us.
Right.
Everybody in this town, and this family should know that everybody in this town is thinking on a daily basis, especially with a 1 year anniversary.
Exactly, yeah. Thinking and praying hard.
But
So,
the entire town's hearts are with you.
yes, thank you, Mike. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all at home for watching this meeting of the Town Board of the Town of Carmel. Today's date is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019, and tonight's Town Board meeting is a voting meeting. Prior to coming out here, the Town Board met in executive session at 6 p.m. We had discussions with respect to the AAA garbage contract, and we also met with Town Assessor Glenn Drosy to discuss certiorari litigation and also contractual matter. So for the record, all Town Board members are present.
And we're going to go back with Glenn.
Yes.
To the certiorari after this meeting.
Yes, at the conclusion of the Town Board public meeting, we will be going back into executive session with the Town Assessor to just further discuss the certiorari litigation updates. That's not on here, but we'll make a motion at the end. Town Board member will to go into executive session. Because it ran, some of the items, two of the items ran over, and we wanted to get out here by 7, so we have to continue it back in executive. So all Town Board members are present this evening, as is our Town Clerk, Ann Spofford, all the way down to my right. Ann, thanks for being here. Greg Fulchetti's the Town Attorney. He's all the way down to my left. So once again, tonight is a Town Board voting meeting. So the first resolution on for tonight is an authorizing Town Supervisor to sign a stipulation of agreement changing salary group of an account clerk / recreation job title. Councilman Schneider, would you read Resolution 1?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the Town Supervisor to sign a stipulation of agreement effective January 1, 2019, where the account clerk / recreation job title shall be replaced at a salary group of 4, as specified in Appendix E of the collective bargaining agreement between the Town of Carmel and Local 840 CSEA, AFSCME, AFL-CIO, that expired on December 31st, 2017, and was modified, extended by a memorandum of agreement for a duration of January 1, 2018 to December 31st, 2021, known as the CBA. Be it further resolved that pursuant to the above referenced stipulation of agreement, effective January 1, 2019, account clerk / recreation, Carmela Spano, employee number 3001, shall be placed at step 1 of salary group 4, as specified in Appendix E of the CBA, and shall receive retroactive pay accordingly. I offer this resolution as read.
Second?
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes. Congratulations to Carmela Spano. This is a well-deserved promotion and title change for her. She's been with us, got to be 10 or 12 years now, and she does a fantastic job over at the Recreation Department. So this is well-deserved for Carmela. Congratulations. Okay, next resolution, number 2, is a resolution accepting a proposal for insurance. Councilwoman McDonough, would you read 2, please?
Sure. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts the proposal of Brown & Brown of New York, Inc., DBA Spain Agency, Mahopac, New York, to provide liability insurance to the Town of Carmel for the period of April 1st, 2019 through March 31st, 2020, in form as in on file in the Office of the Town Supervisor. And be further resolved that the Town Supervisor is hereby authorized to sign all necessary documentation required to accept such proposal. I offer this resolution as read.
Second?
Okay, seconded, offered by Suzie, seconded by Jonathan and John. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Bonacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried, thank you.
No, I was just wondering if they had to change that date to 3/31/20.
Oh, yeah, no,
Should I give it to Greg?
yeah, give it to Greg. Yeah, I think that it should be changed to 3/31/20.
On the proposal?
Question on, yeah, Greg, the date, the effective date is correct, 4/1/19, but the date, the termination, not the termination, but the expiration date is 4/1/20 to 2020. Should it be 3/31/2020?
Yeah, 'cause
Karen?
that's what
No?
we just read.
Fine.
Oh,
Okay.
And that's the proposal, all your evidence of insurance on the particular areas are going to have a certificate that's going to evidence it correctly.
Okay, perfect.
okay.
Thank you.
Great, thank you. Did you do the roll call voting? You did, thank you.
She did.
Okay, all right, next
Want to do it
resolution.
again?
No. Next resolution, number 3, is a resolution authorizing budget modifications. Councilman Lupinacci, where's your three?
Sure. Whereas the town comptroller, Mary Ann Maxwell, has reviewed and proposed final budget modifications for the period ending February 28, 2019, with the town board, which are detailed and explained on the attached budget revision schedule 2019/01. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes and ratifies the final budget modifications/revisions for the period ending February 28, 2019, as shown itemized on Schedule 2019/01, which is attached hereto, incorporated herein, and made a part hereof. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Borelli. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Bonacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution. Resolution number 4 is a resolution acceptance of a proposal for the purchase and installation of video upgrades at Carmel Town Hall. It's very fitting, Mike, that you're reading this one.
Resolved that the town board of the town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of Town of Carmel Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, hereby authorizes the acceptance of the proposal and the purchase and installation of various video system equipment and upgrades at Town of Carmel Town Hall by New York Audio Video Design, Mayapack, New York, at a cost of $186,611.18. And be it further resolved that the Town of Carmel Town Supervisor Kenneth Schmidt, upon receipt of insurance certificates and bonds in form acceptable to the Town Council, is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to authorize the actions contained herein, including with respect to grant application submissions. And be it further resolved that the Town Comptroller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this as read, and it's expensive, but hopefully everybody will finally be able to hear everything that's going on and seeing it perfectly
I second the resolution.
in Town Hall.
Yes, thank you. Seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Bonacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. I second everything that Councilman Borelli said about
For 7 years, that camera's added 20 pounds to me.
To you,
Now
yeah.
I'm leaving, and we're gonna get a new camera. Unbelievable.
Okay, with that, we're going to go on to resolution number 5, authorizing acceptance of proposal for engineering services for Lake Tea Kettle Park District and Lake Cassie Park District dam maintenance designs. Councilman Schneider, would you read 5?
Resolved that the town board of the town of Carmel, acting as commissioners of the Lake Tea Kettle Park District and Lake Cassie Park District, hereby authorizes the acceptance of proposals from Weston and Sampson of Reading, Massachusetts, for the preparation of plans, specifications, and bid documents for maintenance and repair for the Tea Kettle Lake dams at an aggregate cost not to exceed $19,900, and for Lake Cassie Dam at a cost not to exceed $9,900. In accordance with the proposal dated March 14, 2019, and the recommendation and memorandum of Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., dated March 19, 2019. And be it further resolved that Town Carmel Town Supervisor Kenneth Schmidt is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to authorize the actions contained herein, including with respect to any grant application submissions. And be it further resolved that Town Comptroller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this resolution as read.
Second?
Seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Bonacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 6, is a resolution authorizing acceptance of a proposal for engineering services for Carmel Sewer District Number 2, sand filter roof. Suzie, would you read 6, please?
Shall resolve that the town board of the town of Carmel, acting as commissioners of the Carmel Sewer District Number 2, and upon the recommendation of town engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., hereby authorizes the acceptance of proposal of Delaware Engineering, Albany, New York, for the preparation of design plans, specifications, and bid documents for repair of the Carmel Sewer District Number 2 sand filter building roof at a cost not to exceed $44,020, in accordance with the town engineer's memorandum dated March 19th, 2019. Be further resolved that the town of Carmel Town Supervisor Kenneth Schmidt is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to authorize the actions contained herein, including with respect to any grant application submissions, and be further resolved, the Town Comptroller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Bonacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 7, is a resolution authorizing payment for repairs for Carmel Water District Number 3. Councilman Lupinacci, would you read 7?
Resolved that the Town Board of Town of Carmel, acting as commissioners of Carmel Water District Number 3, and upon the recommendation of Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, hereby authorizes payment to B&J Plumbing, Mahopac, New York, for well pump repairs in the amount of $5,523 as performed on February 4th, 2019, and in accordance with the invoice dated March 8th, 2019. And be it further resolved that Town Comptroller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget revisions to effect the purchase authorized herein, to effect the repairs. Offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, second by Councilman Borelli. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Bonacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, next resolution, number 8, is a resolution authorizing attendance at a seminar. Councilman Borelli, would you read 8?
Resolved that the town board of the town of Carmel hereby authorizes Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael Simone to attend the 2019 Cornell University Local Roads Program Highway School being held on June 2nd, 2019 through June 5th, 2019 in Ithaca, New York. Be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Carmel authorizes payment of reasonable necessary expenses incurred in connection herewith upon audit. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote.
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Bonacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay,
Can
next
we make
Any-
a amendment to resolution number 7 in regards to the date service was performed? It says March 4th in the resolution, but the supporting invoice, it says February
It says
4th, but the
February
supporting
4th.
invoice shows March 4th. I was wondering why it would
See.
take 2 months, a month to get an invoice, a month to
His
get it
service date.
approved.
Oh,
Is March 4th.
So it definitely doesn't look like there was a
oh, yeah,
delay
yeah,
on anyone's part.
right. All right, so you want to amend it to read March 4th?
March
Yes.
4th.
It's okay,
That is the date that it was serviced, right?
2019,
Yes.
yeah.
According to that invoice, at least.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You want to make the motion to amend?
I'll make the motion.
All right,
Second.
Second.
on resolution number 7. Ann, do you have the amendment?
And who seconded it?
Uh,
I did.
Second.
Suzie and John Lupinacci,
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter.
either one.
Yeah.
All in favor of the amendment?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, aye, yes. Thank you, John and Suzie, for picking that up.
That was Susie with
It
the...
was Suzie?
Yo, yo.
She's
Very
got the
good,
invoices,
Susie.
she's good to go.
Wow,
She's on
you're
top of
back.
everything.
You're back.
I'm back.
She's not staying on vacation.
Okay, so resolution number 9. Councilman Schneider, would you read number 9? It's a resolution authorizing payment for truck repair, Town of Carmel Highway Department.
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael J. Simone, hereby authorizes the payment to Camerata Truck Parts of Enfield, Connecticut, in the amount of $8,200 for the purchase of International Transfer Case for repairs to Town of Carmel Highway Truck Number 48, in accordance with the invoice dated January 18, 2019. And be it further resolved that the Town Comptroller, Marion Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget revisions to effect the repairs authorized herein. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lupinacci and Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Suzie, resolution number 10 is also a payment for truck repair, Carmel Highway Department. Could you read 10?
Yes. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael J. Simone, hereby authorizes the payment to Camerata Truck Parts, Enfield, Connecticut, in the amount of $13,000 for the purchase of Kenworth transfer case for repairs to the Town of Carmel Highway Truck Number 29, in accordance with the invoice dated January 28, 2019. And be further resolved that the Town Comptroller, Marion Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget revisions to effect the repairs authorized herein. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, and I just want to mention that, here's the benefit of having four heavy equipment mechanics on staff at the Highway Department, because you see what the cost of these parts are? You could double or triple that if they had to go out to be repaired on-site at another garage away from the Highway Department. So there is a big benefit to having our mechanics up there and the equipment that they have, the lifts, et cetera, and the tools to make all these repairs. So I just want to mention it's a big benefit having people on staff at Highway. Otherwise, these costs would be doubled, tripled, maybe quadrupled. So we have them here in-house, and we're getting a big benefit from that. Okay, next resolution, number 11, is a resolution authorizing payment for truck repair for the Town of Carmel Highway Department. Councilman Lupinacci, would you read 11?
Resolved that the Town Board of Town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael J. Simone, hereby authorizes the payment to Reed Systems LTD, Ellenville, New York, in the amount of $5,173.75 for the repair of ground speed control system, Town of Carmel Highway Truck 33, in accordance with the invoice dated January 3rd, 2019. And be it further resolved, the Town Comptroller, Marion Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget revisions to effect the repairs authorized herein. I offer this resolution as read.
Second?
Second.
Okay, seconded by Councilwoman McDonough. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 12, is a resolution authorizing purchase of a transfer case for the Town of Carmel Highway Department. Councilman Borelli, would you read 12?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael J. Simone, hereby authorizes the purchase of a backup Mack transfer case payment from Camerata Truck Parts, Enfield, Connecticut, in the amount of $14,500 to be kept in inventory for future repairs to the Town of Carmel highway trucks, in accordance with the quotes obtained dated March 14, 2019. And be it further resolved that the Town Comptroller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget revisions to effect the repairs authorized herein.
Second the motion?
Okay, seconded by Councilman Lupinacci. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 13, is a resolution authorizing scheduling of a public hearing on a proposed local law amending Chapter 156, the Code of Town of Carmel entitled Zoning, and this is rescheduled on May 1st, 2019. I know I just read most of it, Jonathan, but would you read
As
13?
paraphrased by our town supervisor.
Okay.
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the scheduling of a public hearing at Town Hall, 60 McAlpin Avenue of Mahopac, New York, 10541, on Wednesday, May 1st, 2019, at 7 p.m. or as soon thereafter that evening as possible, on a proposed local law amending Chapter 156 of the Code of the Town of Carmel entitled Zoning. And be it further resolved that the Town Clerk, Ann Spofford, is hereby authorized and instructed publish and post the necessary notifications in the official newspapers of the town and on the town bulletin board regarding this public hearing. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Second.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Okay, next resolution, number 14, is a resolution designating the week of April 22nd, 2019. By the way, April 22nd is Earth Day. 2019 through April 28th, 2019 is the Town of Carmel Litter Cleanup and Property Compliance Cleanup Week. Susie, would you read 14, please?
Sure. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby declares the week of April 22nd, 2019 through April 28th, 2019 as Community Cleanup and Code Compliance Week in the Town of Carmel. And be it further resolved that the Town Board hereby urges all citizens of the town to utilize those weeks to engage in cleanup activities which will help to fulfill the common goal of all the citizens of the town to live in a community that is litter and clutter-free. And be further resolved that the Town Board hereby further urges all citizens of the town to also utilize those weeks to engage in an effort to promote and demonstrate compliance with the provisions of the Town of Carmel Town Code, specifically with those chapters entitled Garbage, Rubbish, and Refuse, Chapter 95, Noise, Chapter 104, Property Maintenance, Chapter 114, Vehicles Abandoned or Junked, Chapter 145, and Zoning, Chapter 156. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, and I'll second it too. We'll all second it. Roll call vote?
Everyone? Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. So the 15th and final resolution this evening is an authorizing fund balance modifications from the Office of the Town Comptroller. Councilman Lupinacci, would you read 15?
Whereas the town comptroller has reviewed the draft year-end fund, that should be fund, not fund balance analysis for fiscal year 2018 with the town board, which are detailed and explained on the attached schedule. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the increase of reserves for the compensated absence reserve fund and designated for capital project fund under the general fund, as shown itemized on the schedule, is attached hereto, incorporated herein, and made a part hereof. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay,
Second.
seconded by Councilman Borelli. Roll call vote?
Councilman Borelli?
Yes.
Councilman Schneider?
Yes.
Councilman Lupinacci?
Yes.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes.
And Supervisor Schmidt?
Yes, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, that concludes the voting meeting agenda for this evening. 15 items we covered. Is there anyone here from the public that would like to come up and address the board on agenda items only at this time? Come on up. Jerry?
My name is Jerry Revnitsky from OPAC. I wanted to ask a question whether on item number 4, whether the,
Jerry, closer to the microphone. We don't have our new stuff yet.
what?
A little.
They can't hear you at home. The microphone
If you
closer.
pull it up a little bit, Jerry? Okay,
Okay. I'd like to find out if the purchase and installation of the video upgrades will also include audio upgrades.
yes.
That when you speak into the phone, everyone will be able to hear it?
Yes.
They're going to be wireless microphones?
Can't
These are
guarantee
gonna-
everyone will hear it, but it'll be
these-
much better equipment.
Right.
Yeah, the audience will be able to hear us, and the people at home watching will be able to
The
hear us.
speakers, there's going to be new speakers. The whole studio is being revamped completely. It's
Well,
going to be a brand-new studio.
I'm a little concerned about being wireless because wireless does create some radiation, and I would like to let you know that I think it's going to be May 30th, there will be a program at the Mayapack Library in regard to radiation caused by all kinds of things, whether it be cell towers or cell phones or whatever else. And there will be a film that will be shown that has some experts from all over the world on this topic, and that it will be presented by an organization that has people who are experts in this field who will be answering questions that people may have. So I think it is worthwhile to, especially for elected representatives, to attend such an event. It will be, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly the starting time, probably sometime around 6:45, because we have to be out of there by 8:45. So in any case, I'm glad to hear that we will be able to hear it, especially those of us who don't hear as well as the average person.
Yeah. And Jerry, you said that date was May 30th, correct?
What?
You said that, sorry, you said that date was May 30th, correct?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Thursday
Yep, okay.
At the library?
at the library.
Mayapack Public Library.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, is there anyone else on agenda items only at this time? Come on up. Okay, is there anybody here for new forum, open forum, new business? Must be a resident, taxpayer, property owner to speak at this portion of the meeting. Jeannie, how are you?
Hi, everybody. Jean Hopper, Mayapack. I had a few topics to discuss, but as my husband and I sat down tonight, I received a phone call that something was printed in the Putnam Courier regarding myself. A quote that I never gave to the press, a quote that they're going to have to retract. I never spoke to anybody in the media about Wednesday night. Nobody came to me. Nobody called me. I spoke to no one except for a few of you fine people. And, you know, it's unfortunate. I just wrote a few things down that I'm determined to do my civic duty and help the town of Carmel to the best of my ability. I've worked very hard to obtain the petitioning signatures that are required to do this. The ink hasn't even dried on those filings yet, and I've been misquoted by the Putnam Courier. I believe the publisher is Douglas Cunningham, and Eric Gross, I was told, wrote the story. Now, I haven't even seen it yet. I haven't even read this quote. I don't know if anybody here has, but they're going to have to retract that. And, you know, I'm so new to this process, and I can't believe this happened. You know, Eric Gross is a very respected reporter, always covered local issues, and I'm stunned and shocked that this happened. Now, I don't know where that information came from or where they got that, but it wasn't me, and I am very disappointed. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm determined to find out the truth. And if any of you have any ideas that could perhaps help me with that, I'd appreciate that. Or anybody else maybe in the town. I have a Facebook page, Jean for Carmel, and my phone number is 914-414-2909. Thanks.
Gina,
I did have topics that I wanted to discuss, but I'm a little upset right now, so I'm going to wait till next week.
Jeannie, I want to give you a word of advice for going through this, even like up in Albany. Anytime a reporter wants to speak with you,
I didn't speak to
no, no,
anybody.
No, no, no.
Spoke,
In the
nobody asked me.
future-
Nobody cared about me
No,
last
no, no.
week.
In the future, ask them to send it to you via email and respond via email, because then you have
Oh,
everything.
absolutely. No,
They-
I haven't had a chance to call them myself.
Yeah.
This is the first time that I'm broaching this topic, but believe me, I will be contacting the Putnam Courier. Thanks.
Yeah,
Gene?
definitely.
I think
I
you can
read
also
the
reach
quote.
out to the New York Press Association if you have a concern in regards to
You know,
journalism
people just can't
standards.
write things and then say that you said them.
I read the quote.
Yeah.
I
And-
know you. I was really, really perplexed by it.
Something I would never say,
because
or
I don't think it's something that you would say.
and it's not how I feel.
So
It's
I
not me.
actually feel really good you're standing there saying that.
Well, I'm a little upset. I'm very upset. I shouldn't say I'm
But,
outraged and I'm
I
upset.
said to my kids in the office, this isn't hard. She
No,
didn't say this.
it was not. It was
Yeah.
not. And I have things to say, and there'll be quotes, and I have lots of good ideas going forward, and I want to speak about them tonight, but I'm going to hold back for 1 week because I'm just a little upset. But I'm a strong person, and I'm determined to do this, and obviously you know what it takes, and I'm here for the long haul, so I won't be deterred. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks,
you.
Jeannie.
Thank you for
Thank you.
straightening
Yep.
that out.
Okay, is there anyone else here for new business, open forum portion of the meeting? Dave, did you have something? Okay, all right, Dave, all right. Okay, all right, so we do have some announcements, or I have some, and I'm going to share these, because I'm not going to read them all. Jonathan, would you do that one again, please?
Yeah, absolutely.
Suzie, would you do this one?
Sure.
Saturday, April 13th, is going to be a benefit dinner for the PFC Joseph P. Dwyer Vet to Vet program of Putnam County. The proceeds are going to be donated to that program. It's sponsored by the German American Club, located on Kramer's Pond Road in Putnam Valley. There's going to be entertainment provided by Joe Unger. There's limited seating, and tickets are available by email at germanamericansocialclub@gmail.com. Again, that's germanamericansocialclub@gmail.com. Or you can call Anna Schramek at 224-5855 after 4 p.m. Again, that's Saturday, April 13th, $50 per person, 5 to 9 p.m. Bavarian pork schnitzel dinner and entertainment for benefit proceeds going to Vet program in Putnam County.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, Suzie?
Yeah, before I read this, I just want to make, just let everybody know that tomorrow night, Thursday, I think it's at 7:30, the Recreation Department at Sycamore Park is having their
Yes.
open meeting. So whoever wants to talk about anything to do with recreation within the town of Carmel for future plans, you know, anything at all, please come and attend. It's going to be at Sycamore Park, 7:30, and they have this every year. So now to hear, the Town of Carmel Recreation and Parks Department Easter Egg Hunt. They do this annually, and this year it's going to be on Saturday, April 13th, 2019. There's going to be a DJ, pictures with the Easter Bunny, and lots of eggs with tickets for special prizes. I have to tell you, every year we go, and it is amazing. Remember, like, all of the eggs they put through. The Rotary Club is kind enough that they're going to be serving lunch from 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock, which is hot dogs, cookies, juice, coffee, and et cetera. And the egg hunt starts at 12 noon sharp. So I'm just letting everybody know, if you come at 12:05, the eggs are gone. The 10,000, 20,000 eggs they have, they are gone. So come early, you know, enjoy the lunch that the Mahopac Rotary Club is going to give you. And the other thing that, just please, let the children enjoy it. You know, moms and dads and aunts and uncles and everybody, don't go out there and start picking up the eggs for your little ones. You know, let the kids enjoy it. It's their day. It's going to be at the Mahopac High School turf, and it's a free event for the Town of Carmel residents only. So you do have to live in the Town of Carmel. You can't come from Westchester or up in Dutchess, for our residents here. If you have any question, you can go on the website. You can call the Recreation Department, but it's really, really a fun event. And that was it.
Okay, thanks, Sue. All right. John?
Sure.
You're up.
Town of Carmel Recreation and Parks Department 2019 Spring Classes. The Town of Carmel Recreation Parks Department Spring Classes and Summer Camp registration is now open. Register online today. Some new classes include Music Together, We Do Robotics, Drone Programming, and Dog Obedience. If registering for summer camp, please note a copy of your child's immunization record must be sent to the Recreation Department office before you can complete your registration for summer camp. For more information, please visit our website at www.carmelnewyork, one word, carmelnewyork.org/recreation, or follow us on Facebook at Carmel Recreation.
Thanks, John. Okay, I have a few quick announcements. Well, just bear with me. I don't think they're too quick, but I want to make these announcements. Suzie covered this in Resolution 14 tonight, but I'm just going to read it one more time so the public hears this again. The Town of Carmel Townwide Cleanup and Compliance Week starts April 22nd, which is Earth Day, to April 28th, 2019, so it covers Saturday and Sunday also. To improve our quality of life, the Town of Carmel is sponsoring a roadside, I don't know, everybody's probably driven through these roads, and there's a tremendous amount of litter and trash and garbage on the shoulders of the roads. It's usually after every winter when the snow melts, we see it, and there's no vegetation growing on the sides of the roads now, so it's clear what's out there. The roads are horrible. I call it disgusting. I've never seen it this bad. It's really bad. So we need to do something about getting our town cleaned up from the roadside litter. So we're having this cleanup and compliance week. Your help is needed and much needed and appreciated. Now, here's what we're asking you to do, to choose a section of road for the cleanup. A lot of people choose their own roads to clean up, which is fine, but when you pick up your orange bags, because the town is going to supply the orange trash bags, the garbage bags, we're supplying them. You have to pick them up at the Carmel Highway Department. They have the bags up there now. Presently, they have them in stock. But please, when you pick up the bags, let them know they're going to keep a list of which roads you're going to be cleaning up. So if you're going to be cleaning up, let's say, Susie volunteered to clean up Croton Falls Road between Route 6 and Watermelon Hill Road. I'm going to actually be helping Susie that day also. If any other board members want to join us, that's great. So volunteers, clean up the roadside litter and leave the bag. So when you fill the bag, the orange bag, tie a knot in it and leave it on the shoulder of the road, and the highway department's going to pick them up. The reason it's important that you give the street that you're going to be cleaning up, because they'll know where to go to pick up the bags. They'll know they'll have some bags out there. So it's important that we know where you're cleaning up. And a lot of people already on social media have already indicated that they're going to be cleaning their streets up. So it's important, and thank you for that, helping us out with this. So you could call the highway department at 628-7474 to register for your cleanup if you'd like, or just show up there and speak to the ladies at the front desk. They'll help you out with that. So free bags are available at the Carmel Highway Department, which is at 55 McAlpin Avenue. So thank you so much for your volunteerism. And I did call the high school today because some people have been asking if the students can do this as community service. I haven't gotten a definitive answer yet from the principal, Dr. Lawrence. There was some concern expressed last time we did this years ago by the parents that the children were going to be, or the students, were safety issues, that they're going to be cleaning up on the shoulders of the road. What I recommend everybody to do, you wear something brightly colored, or a vest. If you have a vest, wear a traffic vest. We may have some vests that we can let you borrow. We may have those pickers too, the litter pickers. And if you don't have a litter picker-upper, wear gloves. Yeah, wear gloves, because you don't know what's out there. It just looks like it's cans and bottles. Who knows whatever else is mixed in with this stuff. So just use caution when you're cleaning up your streets. And again, tell them which streets you're going to be cleaning up so they know where to go to pick up the bag. So that's that, and I'll be making other announcements about this in the future. Another important announcement is there's going to be a pretty significant road paving project that's going to take place up in the hamlet of Carmel. That's it's beginning April or May timeframe. So the paving is going to be great news for those who probably most of us travel on State Route 6 in the hamlet of Carmel. It's in rough shape. So the DOT advised the town of Carmel on March 25th that they will be commencing a significant milling. So they're going to mill it down, and they're going to repave Route 6 to Route 52, then Route 52 up to Fowler Avenue. If you're not familiar with where Fowler Avenue is, it's where the Carmel Fire Department is. So they're paving up that far. So they're going to go through the hamlet of Carmel, past the historic courthouse, ending at Vink Drive and Fowler Avenue. The project will be done primarily at night, which is really good for traffic issues, that they're not going to be tying up a lot of traffic through the hamlet of Carmel. So they're going to be working at night mostly. And that's going to reduce the amount of traffic interruptions and delays. They're also installing new curb ramps, and drainage improvements are part of the scope of this project. So they're going to be doing other work other than milling and paving, curb ramps and drainage. Please drive with caution and exercise patience while traveling through the construction zone. So look for that to begin end of April, beginning of May. They're going to have variable message boards out in advance of the work, warning everybody and alerting everybody that this is going to take place. This project is phase 2 of the major paving that the state DOT is doing up in the hamlet of Carmel. Phase 1 occurred last year, as you recall, from Library Corners all the way to 312. So this is phase 2, and I'm glad that they're finally doing this because they've been in tough shape. And I just got kicked, which means I'm talking too much.
We're in executive session.
All right.
Susie, don't kick him.
Yeah. So I apologize. CARP, we are attempting to, we've been working with the New York State DEC to allow us to put more carp in Lake Mahopac. The last introduction of carp to control aquatic vegetation has proven to be inadequate and ineffective. It was based on previous surveys and the best intentions on the part of Lake Park District and the DEC. However, Mother Nature has always had a say in the process, and we're completely outvoted. There's approximately 30 more acres of infestation, Susie, you know this, over the original survey from 1993 as shown in our 2018 survey. So there's a lot more
I
vegetation.
want to add something to that.
Oh, you're not going to kick me and tell me to stop now?
No, he kicked you.
Okay, please review the aerial photos. So anyway, the Lake Park District and the town liaisons, we're all working very hard to convince the DEC that we need more carp in Lake Mahopac, that the 1,700 that we put in last year was inadequate for the amount of growth of milfoil throughout the lake. Mike, you want to add to that?
With Monday night's lake meeting, which I was there, I attended, they're going to have a meeting here. I don't know what agenda it's going to be on, but Ed Barnett is going to come to the supervisor, and we're going to show, the Lake Committee wants to show on our television screen here for the people at home to see the true, you have to see these pictures to believe the weed situation in the lake. You cannot see it driving around the lake. But with the drones and the pictures that were taken by the Lake Committee, it's mind-boggling. It's worse than it was 25 years ago. So that notice will probably come out in the next week or two when we'll have the information for the town to see on the video.
Mike Flaherty from the DEC was going to get back to Ed Barnett by the end of last week.
Has not given us the courtesy, has
In the
not
last
given us the courtesy of a return call. Mr. Barnett's reached out to him several times. The DEC hasn't even had the courtesy to return the phone call, after they promised several times they'll give us an answer.
Or he didn't call or email, nothing from the
Nothing.
crickets.
Dead silence.
All right, okay. All right. Well, hopefully we hear from them. Okay. That's all I have. Anybody else have anything else before we go into executive session? All right, I need a motion to go into executive session for,
Motion for,
to continue with
Second.
continue with the executive session,
tertiary,
tertiary settlements.
okay. All right, second. All those in favor? Aye. Good night, everyone. Be well. We'll be back here next Wednesday for a town board work session.